Hi, welcome to Snakes and Adders. It's just another information video that we're going to do today. What we're going to be discussing is thermostats. I put it to you, in your house you have a boiler, and in the cooler times of year that boiler is going to come on twice a day or all day depending if you're in. What you do not have is just an on or an off switch, where when it goes on it runs balls out and the temperature becomes excessive. Then you run upstairs to turn it off again. Then it gets too cold, so you go back upstairs, you turn it back on again. You don't repeat this process. The reason you don't repeat this process is because you want to be at a comfortable temperature. You want to have the control to be able to control that temperature so that you can sit and watch EastEnders or Coronation Street in peace with no disturbances. So this is part of you controlling your local environment when you're at home. Unfortunately, there are still shops out there and there are still keepers out there that do not promote the use of thermostats. Thankfully, this is beginning to change, but it's not changing quick enough. And part of the reason is the local councils use a set of parameters for handing out pet shop licences, and those parameters do not include the use of thermostats. The reason being is that they've never really been pressured to do so. The powers that be have taken no action and have not pushed this as a need in modern reptile keeping. If we can't control the temperature in our local environment, we get frustrated, we become uncomfortable, and a reptile's exactly the same. Why we think that just plugging in a heat pad or a bulb inside a semi-insulated wooden box with a glass front, that the temperature is not going to become excessive. What we need to be able to do is control that environment, and to control that environment we need one of these chaps. There's multiple manufacturers on the market. There's Microclimate, there's iStat, there's Habitat. They're all trying to innovate, they're making new products, they're making the ways that we control their environments more accurate towards nature the whole time. Some of the units on the market now have got 4, 8, 24 different temperatures you can set throughout a 24-hour period. You can control different heat sources, so whether that's a pad, a tubular heater, a ceramic heater, or a bulb, doesn't make any difference. There's a unit on the market for you. Environmental control is absolutely paramount to be able to cycle your animals for breeding, to ensure that we don't give them respiratory illnesses, to make sure that we don't kill them from heat exhaustion. As a result of excessive heat, we're not going to make them constipated, we're not going to make them have bad sheds, which they call echidiasis. So there's a whole litany of reasons why you need to start using thermostats if you don't currently. Whilst ever the local councils are not under pressure to include this as part of the pet shop licensing conditions, they won't. They're inactive. Many councils have had their funding cut, and to be honest, pet shop licences are the bottom of their priority list. We can change that. Write to your local council, ask about the pet shop licensing conditions, ask why thermostats haven't been included as part of those conditions, and let's see if we can change this for the better. I don't work for a thermostat manufacturing company. I have no interest with a thermostat manufacturing company, and it doesn't matter which thermostat you use. This video isn't about that. It's about just the use of thermostats, full stop. There is no way that we can control an animal's environment and keep it healthy without the use of a thermostat. Anybody argues otherwise is a dinosaur from 1985 and needs to piss off, because it's time. It's done. We need stats. People need control of their environments, and the council needs to wise up, change their conditions, and make sure that these shops that shirk their responsibility to sell animals with thermostatic control are not given licenses. You can also contact Reptile and Exotic Pet Trade Association for all the good that'll do you. I've found them to be useless, but they're the ones that would talk to the councils or come up with standards of care. Thermostats are a must, and moving forward we need to stop being in the dark ages and make sure that everybody is on the same page for the safety of our reptiles. Cheers.